Hi everyone. Okay, we're back with the turtleneck cowl here. And this is what you should have by now. Something that looks like this. Here's your turtleneck, and if you fold it over, it looks just like a turtleneck, I promise. It's a little hard to hold up. Ta-doo. This is how long mine is. I'll try and back up and stand up so you can see a bit. Okay, long, pretty. And I'm going to scooch back in, and I'm going to try and show you how to do our sleeves. So you're going to take your yarn, make your slip knot. Ta-doo. Put that on your hook. And then you can put this anywhere you like. I usually start really like right where I grabbed it is where I started. Take your slip knot, and then I make a double crochet here in the same place as my slip knot, and I attach my round into the side just like we did with the neck so that you don't leave a huge gap or a hole. And you just do double crochets all the way around your sleeve. Okay? I hope everybody is following along, and if not, could you please message me, comment, let me know that you're watching. Let me know that somebody is out there trying to make this with me, and I will do what I can to make this easier. I can go back, I have one that's in process over here. I make them all the time. This is one of my favorite patterns to do, and I have a million of them sitting around me. I have a pile of them. I really like making them, and I really enjoy, but once I found this yarn and this combination, this was it. This was the perfect turtleneck for me, and I really wanted to share with the world and other people who are looking to make something similar, because I cannot seem to sell these for the life of me, despite my putting effort into it. It seems like there aren't craft fairs that I can get into in my area, and it's very difficult. I would like to sell my sweaters, but it's the wrong time of year. It's summer right now, and unfortunately, people just aren't making purchases of sweaters right now, which is really a shame. But I have some of them listed on eBay if you're interested in buying something made by me. It's under Amy Buttons, I think, or Buttons Amy, either one. I go by both. Yeah, Amy Buttons, I think, is what I went by on eBay. So I'm just going around my sleeve in double crochets right now, and I'm going to show you how to connect when I get down there. I'm just about there now. And thanks for sticking with me, everybody. So I've got one more stitch here. It's always weird at the armpit area. So this is what I'm talking about. Instead of going into the top stitch up here, I'm going into the side here because there's a stitch there. Okay, and it pulls up and makes it look like it's coming out of the top, but it's not. I'm going into the side. Okay. Ba-doop. And then that leaves just a tiny gap, but not a big one. It looks just like any other sleeve. And then you just keep double crocheting all the way around your sleeve, okay? So that's all I'm doing is double crocheting around my sleeve edge, and you keep going until it reaches your wrist when you hold it up to your body, okay? Like you're gonna wear it. I don't have a sweater to show you, but then we're gonna decrease once it reaches your wrist, and it doesn't have to be super long. If you size it to your wrist, you'll see we're gonna keep going after your wrist, and it will fit better than you think. So once you get to your wrist, stop, but you're going to, hold on, I'm just gonna extend that stitch so I can hold this up again. You're just gonna hold this up, take your sleeve and measure it against your arm like so, okay, until it reaches your wrist. So you just keep going until then, and then I will have another video at that point when I get to that point on this sleeve, and I will show you the decreasing. And we're going to do the same thing on sleeve number 2, so it's not that difficult. We're almost done. Once you put sleeves on, it's done. You weave in the ends, and that's it. You're good to go. And that's what I was going to say. For the armpit one, I forgot to mention, you can weave your end in, or you can leave it because it's going inside the armpit of somebody. I tend to do it on the second row just so it sort of helps cover up that gap where I made the thing, but I've already gone too far now, so I'll do it on the third row, or I'll do it coming around. Anyway, you can have your end woven in, or you can just trim it off as desired. I prefer excuse me, frog in my throat all of a sudden. I prefer to crochet it in, but because I'm making the video, I forgot. And that's okay, I'll get it on this round. All I'm gonna do is hold it up where it needs to go and crochet over it. And I'm just about there now. I hope that these videos are instructional and helpful. I can't really show more or do it flat the way people do in more professional style videos. I just figured I'd describe and hope that people are, you know, already intermediate crocheters or beginning crocheters who can follow along, because I think I showed pretty much everything. I'm just doing that end right now because I'm coming around my sleeve again. And that's the best part about sleeves. They go so quickly because they're just tiny little circles that you're doing. Tiny little rounds. Oop, get in there. Okay. Are you watching anything good? Do you crochet and watch things? Because I just started a series on Netflix, a documentary I was watching, and now I'm watching a Chinese show called The Double that is about somebody trading places with somebody else, and it's quite entertaining. I really like Chinese shows, historical Chinese documentaries and historical Chinese dramas. I really like anything that's involving China. I find that great, but the problem is I can't crochet and watch it because most of it is subtitled. So I'm not good at not watching myself crochet. I have to actually listen to stuff. So if I am going to crochet and watch things, I will generally just listen to things. I like the Golden Girls a lot. That's a good background show to have on. Frasier, another one. There's plenty that I like, and modern day stuff is great too. Clearly all new shows that are coming out, you know. I watch stuff, I listen to stuff while I crochet. I like it. The documentary that I was just watching is called The Man with 1,000 Children, and it was absolutely shocking stuff. I'm kind of horrified and shocked beyond words on that one. I recommend watching. It's interesting to think about, and it's interesting material. It's shocking to think that this was going on, but I'm glad that a documentary was made about it, and hopefully this kind of thing will stop. But people want babies, and sperm donation needs to be more regulated if they're going to prevent mass donations and people having thousands of children. That's insane to me. We have an overpopulation problem. Having that many babies is scary. I'm glad that couples were helped and that they have children, but at the same time, they got put into a really scary situation, and it should be more regulated for them. They decided to go around the back way, so to speak, to go through the back door and not go through official channels in a lot of cases, looking for donors online versus going to a sperm bank that has a better count? Well, I've done my sleeve, I've chatted, we've stitched and bitched. Now, I will see you for the next video when you're down to your wrist, okay? And we'll talk about how to do the decreases for your wrist.